sisters, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone has their social media influencers for dummies handbook ready because today we're going to learn a lesson in how not to go about seeking attention to get noticed on social media. Rule number 1, if you're going to come for someone with 2.5 million Instagram followers, you better come correct. Because if you don't, your career could be over before it even begins. So in case you aren't aware, everything popped off last night when James Charles took to Snapchat to address an issue that I personally see all the time being a drama channel, or a drama account as James likes to call us. If I told you how many DMs I get from smaller artists, and by the way, when I say smaller, I mean smaller than 2.5 million followers. I don't mean to say they are lesser than in terms of talent or anything like that. You'd be shook if you knew how many DMs I get from smaller artists saying that the larger artists / YouTubers such as James copied or took inspiration from them without crediting. Here's the problem though, while there are genuine cases where this has happened, there are also a lot of smaller artists looking for their come up, and sometimes the easiest way to get noticed is to target larger influencers, which is what I believe happened here. Now you guys know I have no problem calling out James when I think he's wrong, but in this case I think he's 100% right. I'm gonna lay the entire story out followed by James's snap rant so he can explain the situation from his perspective, and then I'll share the backstory because you know there's a backstory to the entire situation and only I have knowledge of it. So let's get into the video. Okay, so James uploads this neon skull Halloween tutorial to his YouTube channel and then goes on to post this picture to Instagram. Shortly thereafter, a makeup artist by the name of Josh J. Morin posts a video to Instagram, which was the first of 3 Instagram posts with respect to this incident. The caption of this video reads as follows: "At James Charles, what's good, sister? I posted this look originally September 13th. I'd like some credit if you took inspiration, please. As a smaller artist, I would like an answer." After posting the video to Instagram, he went on to IG stories to post this side-by-side comparison photo with the caption that reads, "If you guys saw the front-facing version of my look, you'd be shook at how similar it looks." I mean, if you say so, dude, but how different could it possibly be from this photo? And if what you're saying is true, don't you think you should post the most accurate photo to make your point clear? This is a pretty front-facing photo I took from the initial video he posted, and the only thing I'm shook over is how Josh's look went from this to neon. Anyway, just underneath the caption on his post on IG stories, he asked his followers, "Do you think Sister James took inspiration from my look?" and gave a yes or no option. First of all, in my opinion, the only thing these looks have in common, aside from the fact that they are both male and 18 years old, are the shades used, which look to be black, turquoise, and white, which I don't even believe were the original shades Josh used in the first place. And 2, the overall design is completely different, and by the way, this look has been done over and over, and there are so many different versions of it, so the answer is no, dude. Sister James did not take inspiration from you. Now, if you don't want to take my word on it, I'll explain later why it's beyond highly unlikely that James ever saw his initial Instagram post. Anyway, in a second post to IG stories, he encourages his followers to tag James in the comments of his video he posted to Instagram. He then posted this side-by-side comparison photo of James's look versus his look with the same caption as he used in his previous video post, but this time he took it one step further and tagged me. Again, he followed this post with a post on IG stories with this caption: "Repost, retweet, let smaller artists be heard." Essentially trying to hide behind the facade that he's doing this to take a stance and sticking up for the underdogs. Now, here's where he admits that his main MO in this situation was to seek attention and to get noticed. In this post on IG stories, and yes, I have blurred out a portion because he references a one-liner used by another drama channel, which I refuse to give any attention to on my channel, but essentially he talks about clocking drama and again encourages his following to tag James in his 2, quote, "anything for views" IG posts. Let me tell you something, Josh. When you listen to channels that have zero credibility and make baseless accusations, yet hide behind words like satire, you end up in situations like this where you will arguably learn one of the biggest lessons of your entire career. You tried it with James, but you also tried it with me, and if you know anything about me, I do not stand for manufactured drama, and I do not believe in taking advantage of influencers, which in my opinion is exactly what you did. But we'll get back to that in a minute. He went on to post yet another photo to Instagram, which was actually a repost of his initial September 13th photo, but followed it with this post on IG stories. The caption is, "I have completed my row of pettiness," referring to the row of Instagram posts, and once again added, "stand up for small artists." Now by this point, as you can imagine, between tagging James himself, having his followers tag James, and and then having James's fans tagging James, alerting him to this fucking desperate cry for attention, you can imagine the enormous amount of backlash Josh received, which is probably why he's deleted every trace of this incident from his Instagram as if it never happened. James responded to the situation initially by leaving the following comments on one of Josh's Instagram posts saying, "You should really stretch before reaching so hard next time, love. Wouldn't want you to pull a muscle. The sad thing here is that your look is genuinely so good. It's very clear that you have talent. I hope in the future you let that talent speak for itself instead of begging for attention with posts such as these. Stay humble, it'll get you far." James also took to Twitter to say, "Give credit where credit is due, but if credit is not due to you, then sit down and stretch before reaching so hard next time." The interesting thing about this situation is that James did credit the source of his inspiration in his Instagram post, which was the wigs and makeup manager whose page looks like this. I mean... Listen, I'm not saying Josh isn't talented because he definitely is, but I'm also not buying what he's selling. No ma'am. Why would James lie and credit the wigs and makeup manager if he didn't take inspiration from her? Just so he wouldn't have to give a smaller artist credit? Girl, that is a whole reach. He gave credit to the artist who inspired him, and that artist was the wigs and makeup manager, not Josh. Plain and simple, goodbye. Now, for those of you who are still sitting there thinking, oh, maybe it was just a mistake on Josh's behalf, no. As I said, there is a backstory, which I'll get to in a minute, but first I want to play James's Snap story to let him explain the situation from his perspective, because I think he made some really good points, but let me just preface his Snap by saying that James was very clear that the point of this rant was to address an ongoing issue and not for the purpose of sending hate to Josh. In fact, at the time of his Snap, Josh's identity was unknown as James did not verbally mention his Instagram handle and covered same when showing his page on camera.
I just want to quickly address something on here because there's drama going on, shocking, on Instagram right now, and I don't think I've ever actually talked about this publicly before, but it's always something that's really, really irked me and bothered me, and I've had a strong opinion on, but, and that is copying other artists' art without credit, and also the sense of entitlement that some smaller artists feel when it comes to this. Now, I obviously have a very large following because of all of you guys, which I'm very, very thankful for. And a lot of times, that means a lot of people are looking at my work, right? And a lot of times, I'll post a picture of like a brown smoky eye or a cranberry cut crease, or even like a sunset eye, something a little bit more intricate. And I'll get so many comments from small makeup artists that have like 600 followers being like, I did this last week, so where's my credit? Whoa. Whoa. Let's back it up here. Saying that anybody's follower count is important or affects your artistry or talent, because it doesn't at all. Like there are some people that I follow that have literally 4 followers and are some of the most talented artists. But that being said, if you have 600 followers instead of 6 million, the likelihood that a big artist went to your page or even saw your page and then stole your work and then did it themselves and then didn't get credit is like literally zero. Like zero. It just doesn't happen. I'm tagged in like 100 pictures every single day from different followers and different people around the world doing inspired looks by me. I get thousands of DMs every single day, and I really don't check Instagram that often. I just go on it to post and call it a day. Like, I'm really not sitting there looking for people's looks to steal from. And for some reason, so many small artists feel that when they do a look and somebody does a similar look, that they're just entitled to receive credit. And listen, I'm not saying credit should not be given, because when credit needs to be given, credit needs to be given. I'm an artist, I put a lot of time and effort into my art, and I respect other people that do the same thing. So if somebody creates a look that I want to do, I always give credit, and you guys know that. My look today was inspired by the wigs and makeup manager, and look, there is credit right there. Because she did this look first. And then we get people like this, and I'm covering up his name because I don't want to give him any attention, but they feel entitled, and then we get posts like this. He decided that he couldn't message me or try to get in contact with me like a normal person, but instead, they wanted attention that badly by posting this collage and saying, "What's good, sister?" Smiley face. I posted this look originally on September 13th. I'd like some credit if you took inspiration, please. First of all, these looks look literally nothing alike aside from the fact that they are both blue. There is no similarity here whatsoever. Also, not only am I tagged in this photo, but so is Here for the Tea. They literally tagged Sam in this photo, hoping and begging for a drama video. James Charles steals makeup look from smaller artist. Take a slice of humble pie, oh my god. This whole situation is so ridiculous and frustrating. Like, stealing makeup looks without credit is such a problem, and I'm not invalidating it at all. People work so hard on their makeup looks. I work hard on my makeup looks. I work really hard on my art. And when someone is going to take credit for you or inspire something by you, that's fine. You just need to give credit where credit is due and make sure that people are knowing where the original is from. But when someone has 5,000 followers and someone else has 2.5 million, it doesn't make you any less than them at all. You're still equally as talented and equally as valid as an artist, but the chances of them seeing your work is probably a lot more slim. So therefore, when something like this happens, if any of this happens to you guys in the future, send them a private message and be polite about it and try to talk it out like a normal human being, instead of posting a fucking collage on your public Instagram, tagging drama accounts, and try to make it into some big thing. Because that's how nothing gets done, and that's how you lose respect, and you will not grow as an artist, I promise you that. Sorry sister, I did not steal your neon blue skeleton makeup look, because it's really hard to steal something when you've never seen it before. Sorry Becky, I did not steal your brown smoky eye, because every other girl with a Morphe 35O palette has done the same exact look. And sorry, Rachel, I did not steal your sunset smoky eye either, because everyone else also, with a makeup brush, has done that look as well. Give credit where credit is due, but if credit is not due to you, sit down and stretch before you reach so hard again, because you're gonna pull a muscle. I'm already getting comments from people being like, James, why are you even bringing up follower count? It doesn't matter in this situation. It does actually though. As I clearly said, having a lower follower count does not make you any less talented as an artist, and certainly does not invalidate you either. But that being said, it does actually matter, because the Instagram algorithm does not favor smaller accounts. And because I am a bigger account, Instagram on my Explore page shows me posts and pictures from accounts that they think I will associate myself with. I follow a few smaller artists that I love the work of, and I swear to God, I have to manually go to their pages every few days and check up on them to see if they posted, because their posts do not show up in my feed. So if someone has 5,000 followers and is attacking me for stealing their work, when I say I haven't seen it, I haven't seen it. And it is because they have less followers, not because they're irrelevant or they're not anybody. It's literally because of the Instagram algorithm. I have not seen it.
Okay, so I will address some of the points he made, but here's the real tea. On October 2nd, which was 2 days before James posted his YouTube video and Instagram post, I received a DM from Josh, which, by the way, I did not respond to because I can smell this shit a mile away. Now, I have blurred out the conversation, but basically, I guess he had seen a preview of James's look on a James fan page. I don't know, maybe James shared a preview on Snapchat or something like that prior to posting his video. But anyway, Josh saw it 2 days prior and sent me this DM, basically giving me a heads up that James had done this look, which was very close to his, and he was going to contact James because he believed that although the looks aren't exact, he felt as though at the very least James had taken inspiration from him, and he knew that once James posted the look that he probably wouldn't credit him. He also went on to say that his September 13th post gained a lot of attention and that other artists were crediting him for the concept, and he'd like my opinion on the matter, so the wheels were already spinning here. I feel like he was just waiting on standby for James to drop his video and IG post, and the second he did, he was ready to flood him with tags. Another interesting thing, after the shit hit the fan, one of Josh's friends posted this to his IG story, tagging Josh saying, "Oh my god, my bestie made it on James's Snapchat, hashtag proud mom." More like hashtag I don't know her, but anyway, one of James's friends responded to Josh's friend's story saying, "LOL sis, ... And then came this. Josh's friend responds with, "It was all a joke. He did it for the views, likes/followers." And then part of the message is cut off, but Josh's friend was saying that Josh had deleted the post because he felt bad now. And James's friend points out that Josh had tagged me in the post saying he obviously wasn't kidding until everyone disagreed with him, and added that it was still tacky and not a way to become a successful artist or influencer. Josh's friend responds and says, "Oh yeah, I didn't see that until James pointed it out," meaning the fact that Josh had tagged me, and went on to say, "I think he genuinely feels bad now, but yeah, I feel you, should have been done in DMs." And James's friend responded with, "Or not done at all if it was a quote-unquote joke." So I mean, even Josh's friend is saying that the whole thing was done for likes and for the purpose of getting noticed, which is so sad in my opinion. And by the way, since we're talking about inspiration, going by Josh's logic, shouldn't he have credited James for the inspiration behind this look he posted on August 23rd, when James posted this look on August 21st? No credit given to James in his caption, so what's the tea with that, sir? Anyway, just to touch on something that James said in his Snap rant about Instagram's algorithm, he is absolutely right. In 2016, Instagram rolled out its new algorithm, which meant that Instagram posts were no longer going to be viewed in chronological order of posts. With the new update, basically what would happen is that a computerized algorithm would decide what you'd see first based on a whole bunch of factors. This created a huge uproar, especially with bloggers and artists who spent years building their following only to have their posts disappear from their followers' feeds because of the app's new format. You may have even noticed yourself that you're only seeing your favorite Instagram account's posts like 4 days after they posted it. This is why, and this is why it is beyond highly unlikely that James saw Josh's post. This is happening to accounts with millions of followers, and I'm not trying to be shady, but Josh's account would be completely lost. James is 100% right, and I think people really need to get a better understanding about how this shit works before they pull stunts like this. It happens on YouTube as well, where very small creators under 100 subs will say that huge creators are stealing from them, and literally the likelihood that the video from the person with under 100 subs even shows up in the search results is very low. And if it does show up, it will be buried on page 100 on YouTube. I saw this happen a few weeks ago with Laura Lee being accused of copying someone's video who literally had under 100 subs. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that these things don't happen, because they do, but before you automatically accuse people, look at the facts, look at the algorithm, and know that there are a lot of people who do this for a quick come up. It happens all the time. Maybe you guys don't see it because you're not involved, but I can tell you, I see this every day. My DMs are filled with people claiming huge influencers copied their looks, so I thought I would use this as an example because this shit has to stop. If you want to be an influencer, work for it. This is not the type of attention you want. And before you guys come for me and say, well, James lied about his come up, we've talked about that, we've covered that story, so please just use this as an example. Before I go, I'm gonna leave you with a clip from Josh's Instagram story he posted the following day. Let me know what you guys think about this. Personally, I feel like this was premeditated. I feel like he was looking for attention and fishing for a drama video because it's very clear that he watches drama channels. But when everything blew up in his face and everyone disagreed with him, he tried to make it seem as though it was just an innocent question. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys again soon in my next video. Bye!
Just want to let you guys know I'm probably going to be a little bit slower responding to DMs and comments right now, just because of all the stuff that has broken out. I did not mean it to get like this. I regret it, to be honest, but last night's post, I honestly don't even know what I was thinking. I did not word it correctly. I did not get across what I was trying to say. I do not think I created neon blue skull looks, and I'm not even sure if he even took inspiration. I just wanted to know. Intentions were just to get attention for the post so he could see that and I could delete it immediately, but my dumbass fell asleep and then woke up to a war and I was shook, honey. Most of what's being brought up is the fact that I take drama channels, and did I really think a drama channel would make a video about this? Absolutely not. I keep getting asked why I didn't direct message him beforehand, and I did. And why I deleted the post after, and that's because he saw it, so I didn't see a need to keep it up because I didn't think it would become such a big deal, honestly. Honestly, it's just my instinct to protect smaller artists, and I just believe everyone should be credited for what they create. And do I think James honestly copied me now? No, I don't. And I just wanted an answer, and I got one, so. To clarify, I do not believe I created the neon skull look at all. I know a ton of people have done it before me. I just want to know if this specific look was inspired by me. And I got an answer, and I'm over it.